I am in disbelief right now because although it sounds crazy to say, considering how crazy this presidency has been, I think tonight is the most unhinged, out of control, and disturbing night of Donald Trump's presidency so far. Because what just took place in the matter of an hour on Air Force One during a press briefing and a Truth Social posting meltdown has left me in an utter state of shock. Because not only did Donald Trump admit to his health crisis, not only did he make a shocking admission about a Ghislaine Maxwell pardon, not only did he attack Marjorie Taylor Greene, he just completely collapsed attacking a reporter. Everything has broken loose, and we're going to get into it all. But before we do, if I could quickly ask you to leave a like on this video, and if you haven't already and you enjoy our channel, to hit that subscribe button because it goes a long way in supporting our work. Now, before we get into Trump attacking that reporter and what he said about Ghislaine Maxwell, I want to start with the posting meltdown he just had following this presser, starting with his attacks on Marjorie Taylor Greene. Trump wrote on Truth Social, "I am withdrawing my support and endorsement of Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene of the great state of Georgia. Over the past few weeks, despite my creating record achievements for our country," which I'm not going to read off because they're ridiculous, Trump saying that he created the hottest country in the world from being a dead country just 12 months ago and so much more. Trump said, "All I see is wacky Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's complaining, complaining, complaining. It seems to all begin when I sent her a poll stating that she should not run for senator or governor, and she was at 12% and didn't have a chance unless, of course, she had my endorsement, which she wasn't about to get. She has told many people that she is upset that I don't return her phone calls anymore, but with 219 congressmen and women, 53 U.S. senators, 24 cabinet members, and almost 200 countries in an otherwise normal life to lead, I can't take a ranting lunatic's call every day. I understand that wonderful conservative people are thinking about primarying Marjorie Taylor Greene in her district of Georgia, that they too are fed up with her and her antics, and if the right person runs, they will have my complete and unyielding support. She has gone far left, even doing The View with their low IQ Republican-hating anchors. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Make America great again." Donald Trump is at war with MAGA. He is saying that Marjorie Taylor Greene needs to be pardoned. He was right in stating that she's a ranting lunatic, but this is absurd. And you will understand Donald Trump's complete meltdown on Truth Social, and he really did just lose his mind there. There were many other posts, but I want to get into this little press briefing he had on Air Force One. You'll understand how that post, that insane post, came to be if you just listen to even a snippet of the interactions that Donald Trump had when pushed by the press on so many issues, but first starting with an MRI he got, which we still have no information about, and he just essentially admitted that his brain is cooked.
That we denuclearize.
Mr. President, could you tell us why you needed to get an MRI? I understand that the results were good, but what was it for?
Because it's part of my physical. Getting an MRI is very standard. Well, you think I shouldn't have it? Other people got it.
Typically, an MRI
I had an MRI.
Specific part of your body.
Here's what the story is. I had an MRI. The doctor said it was the best result he has ever seen as a doctor. That's it. But I had an MRI as part of my standard yearly, or I think they do it every 2 years, but I have the physical every year, and the result was outstanding.
Was it your brain?
Did you
or
know?
heart?
I have no idea what they analyzed, but whatever they analyzed it well, and they said that I had as good a result as they've ever seen. Now, the other thing I took, as you know, very advanced test on mental acuity, because I think a president should have to do that. And as you probably heard, I aced it. I got a perfect score. I got the highest score. I got a perfect score. And the only reason I tell you that is it's one subject, unlike Biden and others, that you can take off your plate.
The question on nuclear testing, just being very specific.
I am not overstating anything, am I? This is already the beginning of these questions, the beginning of this little gaggle on Air Force One is already off to an insane start. And again, it only gets worse from here. But Donald Trump is essentially admitting that doctors had to look at his brain and he doesn't even know what's going on, which honestly might be the least surprising aspect of the entire cover-up of Donald Trump's health. If they tell this cognitively declining, ailing, dementia-ridden man what is going on with him, he might blurt it out. Carolyn Leavitt was asked about this MRI, not because it was in the report that was given by Donald Trump's so-called doctors, or Carolyn Leavitt, who does not give out the truth for a living, that is the opposite of her job, but was because Donald Trump blurted about it, because he can't control himself, obviously, because he's in cognitive decline. I don't know what could be crazier about this administration, but Trump certainly tried with what he had to say attacking a reporter when asked about Epstein.
Bam.org. Live now to remarks from President Trump.
With Bill Clinton, with the president of Harvard, who you know, who that is, Summers, Larry Summers, whatever his name is, and all of the other people that he spent time with. Jeffrey Epstein and I had a very bad relationship for many years. But he also saw strength because I was president. So he dictated a couple of memos to himself. Give me a break. You're going to find out what did he know with respect to Bill Clinton, with respect to the head of Harvard, with respect to all of those people that he knew, including J.P. Morgan Chase.
Sir,
Yeah,
if
Jennifer,
there's
go ahead. Go ahead.
incriminating in the file, sir,
Venezuela,
why
sir?
not act? Why are you acting as a
Quiet, McGee.
Did you hear that at the end after he completely tried to change the subject? Quiet, quiet. Donald Trump is furious with anyone who will even bring up the idea that he was best buddies, which he was, with Jeffrey Epstein. He is obviously furious. He is obviously losing it. He is obviously out of control. And as I said to the point about his MRI, the fact that Donald Trump is now blurting about his health, when he was asked about Ghislaine Maxwell, guess what he said?
I was told that case was totally over.
Mr. President, have you ruled out a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell?
I haven't even thought about it. I mean, I haven't thought about it for months. Maybe I haven't thought about it at all. You're just asking me a
Why can't
question.
you rule it
But I
out?
don't talk about that. I don't rule it in or out. I don't even think about it.
On Epstein, sir.
This is not the standard issue White House answer that we've been getting recently. You have often seen Stephen Miller or Carolyn Leavitt or any of the other stooges say, well, Donald Trump hasn't considered that. He hasn't had the chance to think about it. He's been too busy with his ballroom and destroying the economy with his tariffs to consider Ghislaine Maxwell. That's different. That is completely different. Donald Trump has said he hasn't ruled it out. And by not ruling it out, he's all but confirmed he's going to do it. He's going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. Whether it be tomorrow when he touches down in South Florida, because clearly he's on one tonight, or at the end of his presidency as a thank you parting gift, he's going to pardon Ghislaine Maxwell. He absolutely, unequivocally is. That is a message to her, because you know what Ghislaine Maxwell gets in prison? Apparently a lot of messages, and she is working on her commutation right now. And she's aware of all of this. She is, and she is Donald Trump's best line of defense for MAGA copesters who need Ghislaine Maxwell to say, well, Donald Trump was always a perfect gentleman, and have all of the testimony she gives be completely overwritten by emails that are coming out, disputing every lie she's told. But Donald Trump, I don't want to say crazy, that he's gone crazy, because this has always been crazy, and I feel like we're so numb to this. I feel like we are so numb to this. I am sorry tonight to make y'all my therapist and to rant and rave like a crazy person when I do my best in these times to try to package this news to make it sensible. But I feel like right now we need to be fucking outraged. We are so numb to everything that this criminal does. This convicted felon, the most corrupt president in history, the most cognitively declining president in history, and I feel like we've become numb to it. I walk around in D.C. and I see the National Guard. There are guys carrying guns. And the ICE raids, these people think that they're Donald Trump's personal police force. To the pedophile in the Oval Office, who probably killed Jeffrey Epstein. I feel like I'm a crazy person ranting like I'm Alex Jones right now, but everything that I just said is true. And we have become too numb to it. And tonight is just a wake-up call. If you haven't been paying attention or you haven't been outraged, Donald Trump is talking about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. He's attacking reporters who ask him basic questions about Jeffrey Epstein, and he's admitting that he has to get his brain regularly scanned. And it's the president. I don't know what to say. I don't have much else because this is fucking nuts. And we cannot get numb to it. That is the last thing we need, is to become accommodated to the crazy and to accept it and to move along. This would topple other governments and should to this one. Everyone should resign and go to prison, and not the Ghislaine Maxwell Trump Hotel prison, real prison. This is crazy. And every single Republican who skirts questions, runs away, or votes to stop this is complicit. Complicit as hell. And I know I'm angry tonight, but how can you not be? How can you not be angry? How can you not be outraged? I don't get it. How did we get to this point as a country? How is this the guy that we elected again? I know I'm not saying anything new, but it should feel new every day. It can't be the same old, because if we allow that to happen, it is all over. All of it. Truly, if we just allow this to become commonplace, to become okay, and I know we don't think it's okay. I know that every comment that I have seen every single day of this administration has been talking about the Epstein files, because the only reason that Donald Trump is feeling this pressure, if you want me to be honest right now, is not because of the mainstream media, but is because independent media has put so much pressure on this story. Your attention to it, your care about it is the reason we are in this place where Donald Trump is being asked questions constantly about Epstein, much to his chagrin. It is because of you. So I am not telling you tonight that you need to do more, you need to be more outraged, you have done your part. I am just saying that, oh my God, how did we get here? How did we get to this crazy, crazy place with this crazy, awful criminal ruining our country daily, literally ripping it apart? Brick by brick of the White House. I don't think it's a brick building. I don't know what it's made of because I'd never try to rip it up to build a ballroom. And this is, I don't know if it's a tipping point for me, but you cover this stuff and you don't compartmentalize it as much as you just keep trying to cover it. And there's so much to cover, but at some point we just kind of got to scream about it, because it is worth screaming about. It is worth throwing a fit about. It is worth having the biggest protest in history over. It is worth holding every single person in this government to account for. I keep on bringing up Eric Swalwell, who Donald Trump is now going after, weaponizing the justice system against. Eric Swalwell said what every Democrat needs to say, what every Democrat who runs for president needs to say, and that is lawyer the fuck up assholes. All of these people held accountable. It has to happen. This can't become normal. And that is my rant tonight. That is where I leave you. I hope that you feel the same. I hope that I did not ruin your night. I hope that we all respond this way. And I hope that these people are put behind bars. We will continue to call them out. We will continue to fight on this show. If you want to support that, as always, you can hit that subscribe button, leave a like on this video. If you stuck around to the end, I cannot believe you did. But drop a blue heart in the comments. Keep on fighting, y'all. Don't let them silence you. And until next time, I'll see you soon.